Today, okay, Mr. Lawrence, sorry. Today is 1st January 2025, and I'll wake up with this uncomfortable news that Mazi Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria. The Nigeria government attended the necessary required document that they extradite him from Finland to Nigeria. Let me have your reaction.
Oga, did you see? Let me use proverb for you. That proverb I want to use that. Did you see when tortoise go arrest lion? Is it possible? Tortoise to arrest lion? Be possible.
Why do you think it cannot be possible that Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria?
Number one, that the Finland government, they already see how kind of Nigeria corrupt, and Nigeria didn't value their citizen. And number two again, Simon Ekpa is a Finland citizen. They cannot ever brought Simon Ekpa in a Nigeria government. Another thing, that they already see what is going on in Nigeria since they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. After all those things they did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the government and the lawyer, the judge, all of them say release this young man. Is innocent. But Nigeria government did what? They ignore what the law said. Do you think that Finland government will allow their citizens to still come the same nation, let Nigeria suffer their citizens? No, it can't be possible. Anybody that told you that is just fake rumor. It's not reality.
Mr. Lawrence, it's not fake rumor. The Nigeria government have submitted the necessary requirements that the Finnish government require from Nigeria. All the documents they submitted to finish enable them to extradite Mazi Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. As I'm speaking to you now, he's on his way to Nigeria.
No, it's not true. Simon Ekpa and Finland government. Number one, Simon Ekpa is a citizen of Finland and is one of the political party person in the Finland. And the current president in the Finland is the same party with Simon Ekpa. And whatever Simon Ekpa did in world, he didn't do it in Nigeria, he did it in the Finland. Nigeria just put allegation in Simon Ekpa, and Finland government to them to still stand as number one thing they be in the world. They need to do investigation thoroughly before they judge anything against Simon Ekpa. Even though if Simon Ekpa have anything cockroach in the pocket, in the cupboard in the Finland, they cannot brought Simon Ekpa in Nigeria here.
All right, Mr. Lawrence. What do you think will be the reaction of the Igbos if when Simon Ekpa arrive and peradventure they spend the same they share the same cell in DSS custody with the likes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
No, for example, now Simon Ekpa come back to Nigeria. Nigeria government tried always to bring Simon Ekpa in Nigeria. Number one, they cannot ever put Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa at the same place. That's number one. And another thing, what will happen in the southeast and the Nigeria anarchy will more what increase than before. Remember, only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu over 3 years, and now Nigeria and southeast never have peace because of one person. Now you still hold another person again and brought it in Nigeria again. My brother, the anarchy maybe is 20% before. You increase to 100% anarchy.
All right. Just Mr. Lawrence, just on your thought. Now, a lot of people, there are a lot of deliberation online that Igbo is celebrating his own freedom, while the likes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody, and they both committed similar offenses. Also reported that Sonny Igboho even took a letter to the British government and it was received, whereas the likes of Martin Abikanu have never taken that kind of step. Now people are saying, is there a balance or is an injustice, or is it because of Martin Abikanu is from the southeast? Let me have your reaction on that.
Number one, injustice is what is happening in Nigeria, but Sunday Igboho and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, it's not almost the same.
These two are fighting the same agitation. They want their own country. They want to separate. They want to leave Nigeria.
No. Sunday Igboho, to my own understanding and my own view, what happened about Sunday Igboho about to Yoruba nation to have the next president in the Nigeria.
No.
I'm telling you the reality. Let me tell you.
No, Mr. Lawrence, I disagree with you.
No, listen. When the Sunday Igboho, before Ahmed Tinubu to come out, when Ahmed Tinubu want to come out as a president of Nigeria, he did not deny Ahmed Tinubu as to be a Nigeria president. What happened? Sunday Igboho start to have Yoruba nation, Oduduwa. To compare, if you didn't give me a president of Nigeria, I must have my own independent as Oduduwa nation. The Fulanis don't have choice. They use Sunday Igboho to come outside to Ahmed Tinubu to achieve to be a Nigeria president. What happened? Immediately achieve as a Nigeria president. They release Sunday Igboho immediately. Are you getting me? That's why I said that two of them is not working the same. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu don't have option. Nnamdi Kanu give Nigeria, give my own nation, finish. I don't need
Okay. Now that the Nigerian government have submitted the necessary requirement that the Finnish government were asking, now they try to extradite Mazen Modepan to Nigeria. Do you think that finally federal government laugh at last?
Listen, it's not the person that first fights will win the fight. It's not the person first arrest person in the police station will win the case.
Don't you think that federal government is winning the fight?
Listen.
First, they asked the Finnish government to arrest Simon Ekpa, and they succeeded in arresting him. The next step, they said, we want to extradite him to come to Nigeria to answer some questions, and they have succeeded in that. So, Mr. Lawrence, don't you think that the federal government is laughing?
Government agree to bring Simon Ekpa in Nigeria? Answer that question. Did the Finland government said that Simon Ekpa is coming to Nigeria? I ask you a question.
They require for some documents that will enable them to extradite Mazi Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. And Nigeria government have presented those documents to the Finnish government. And as I'm speaking to you now, he's on his way to Nigeria.
Did the Finland government tell us that Simon Ekpa is coming to the Nigeria? That's a simple question. Let me example now. If Nigeria bribe Finland government and do whatever they want to do, for example, Simon Ekpa come to Nigeria. But let me tell you the truth that, bros, it's not threats. Nigeria, and the Southeast, it can't stand the kind of calamity going to happen in Nigeria. Let me tell you one thing. Before Israel have their independence for the hand of Pharaoh, God used Pharaoh. God used Pharaoh to block Pharaoh to ear and orientation. Are you getting me? Whatever they tell Pharaoh to do, Pharaoh said no. Who is that God? Who is that God who tell me to allow Israel to go? That's exactly what is happening in the Igbo land, in the Biafra land. If, example, tomorrow Simon Ekpa come to the Nigeria, the people that more deadly will do what? Will rise up. That me and you cannot stand in this called Nigeria again. Remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. He said that even though if I die tomorrow, the great person, the person that's stronger than him will do what? Will come up. If we get help another person that's stronger than that person must come up. And that's what is going on. In the Biafra agitation, we have plan A to T, Z. We have more than millions of Biafra that are talented and very sincere that will fight for the Biafra agitation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is number one. Simon Ekpa is number two. We still have millions, and we still have from A to Z again that are stronger than Nigeria. Let me tell one to you. Whether Finland government and Nigeria government work hand to hand and bring Simon Ekpa down, it cannot stop Biafra agitation. Let me just tell one to you. Do you believe that in the whole southeast they will have like something like sit at home every Monday? That they cannot open business in the whole called Igbo land. The government worker will not work. The business people cannot work. Oga, what caused that issue? We still bring the one that greater than that one day sit at home. In the whole call Nigeria will do it. They will feel the pain and consequences that only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa put in the jail will destroy call Nigeria government.
All right. The previous people that I interviewed, I mean, a man said it will be an added advantage to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu if peradventure Mazi Nnamdi Simon Ekpa that is on his way to Nigeria arrived Nigeria successfully, and that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should bring both Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa to a roundtable discussion how to find a lasting peace in the southeast. Now, let me ask you this question: do you think that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will have that courage to have a peaceful discussion that will be a lasting peace in the southeast? Do you think Bola Ahmed Tinubu will have that courage, as I said, to have that roundtable discussion with the likes of Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if Mazi Simon Ekpa at the end of the day arrived Nigeria because they said he's on his way to Nigeria?
Now, let me use an expression now. When a lion, a hungry lion, see a ram, do you think that that lion will leave that ram? Okay, it can't be possible. A lion, a hungry lion, see a ram. You think that hungry lion will leave that ram? Okay,
Mr. Lawrence, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a very smart politician and he knows how to play the policies. Let me ask you, during President Yaradua and Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, this is what happened. The agitation that took place in the South, what did Jonathan did? Jonathan said, okay, the people of the South, I will listen to your own agitation. He now sent President then Vice President Jonathan to go and meet his people and have a roundtable discussion, and he gave them amnesty. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu, don't you think might adopt that kind of approach to have a roundtable discussion with Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to bring peace to the people of the Southeast, in order for him also have it in mind, in order for him to win the 2027 election, because the North said that they're not going to vote for him. The North said they are waiting for him. They're going to turn their back on him. Don't you think it would be an added advantage to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu if he had this, if he would willingly to have this roundtable discussion with Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Yeah, let me still go back when he brings Jonathan and Yaradua. Since Nigeria have independent and they have democracy governments, only Yaradua is only the best president Nigeria ever produce as a government. He's a man of integrity and a man that have feeling for his people, and a man that come outside to try to renew Nigeria. But other governments don't have that thinking faculty. And again, between Nigerian and the Niger Delta is different in and the Nigeria and the Biafra issue. These people, they are fighting for their what? For their own what do you call it?
Freedom.
It's not freedom. Their own interest. It's not freedom. Niger Delta, they are fighting for their own interest. Now, the Biafran, the Igbos, they are fighting for what? Their own independence and their own nation. It's two different things. Those people, they use the ammunition to do what? To collect their what belong to them. And federal government denied them since many years ago. Till Yaradua come and he knew that him as a president cannot do the work. He called the advice. The vice president, go and meet your people.
So, Mr. Lawrence, let's not divert for the main topic. The main
No, we
topic
are
is
still going to the same place.
that Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria.
We started with Jonathan. And Jonathan went there and meet his people. See, come, let's sit down round table and discuss. And those guys come. They talk together. And the current president that time, Yaradua, consider those people and give them what their request is.
So don't you think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu have the same capacity to do this?
Listen, if Ahmed Tinubu have that capacity to do it, immediately enters a seat as a president of Nigeria, he's supposed to, number one, to sit round table with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Reason why you want to bring Simon Ekpa so he can have the roundtable discussion with both parties. Reason why Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria to have a roundtable discussion with Mr. President.
No, if if Mr. President release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in time, do you think that our Prime Minister will carry this struggle? Let's be sincere. Let's forget the tribalism or politics now. If Tulumbu, as a president of Nigeria, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu immediately as a president of Nigeria, bros, me and you now, we cannot mention Simon Ekpa. And Simon Ekpa cannot start agitation between Nigeria and Biafra. It's because of Nigeria government arresting his own leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Simon Ekpa leader. Is the boss. And when you own my boss, you need to fight to wait to release your boss.
All right, Mr. Lawrence.
Nigeria government cannot brought Simon Ekpa in Nigeria because Finland government is not Nigeria government or British government.
All right, Mr. Lawrence, is a very fine place to leave it. Let me have Mr. Ram. Mr. Ram, it said that Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria after Nigeria government submitted the necessary requirements which the Finnish government required. Now, Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria. Do you think they're sharing news, Mr. Raphael?
I've never learned about this. I've never read about this. I've never watched about this.
But are you aware that Nigeria government have submitted the necessary requirements that the government asked Nigeria to submit?
I'm not aware. One is that they have not been able to come out with substantial evidence that Simon Ekpa committed act of terrorism across southeastern Nigeria. So I don't believe in this news that Simon Ekpa. Are you telling me that he has been extradited or facing extradition or is coming to Nigeria to do what? There are two terms. Coming to Nigeria by force, that is extradition. Coming to Nigeria forcefully, that means abduction. Coming to Nigeria willfully, meaning he is coming on what? Based on his. So how could you say that? How could you expect Simon Ekpa to come to Nigeria? I'm on the news 24 hours. I don't think I will believe such news. Simon Ekpa is not coming to Nigeria to do what? The enemy of the state called Nigeria, number one enemy is Simon Ekpa. Because he has finished what Nnamdi Kanu started 2014. Actually, Ojukwu started it 1967 and Ekpa actually sealed it up, concised it, signed it. So you expect this enemy number one to come to Nigeria? Am I a baby? Such is a propagandum
Mr. Raf,
propagated by Nigeria.
don't you think, Mr. Raf, don't you think that Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu want to have a roundtable discussion between Simon Ekpa, Mazin Kanu, that will bring a lasting peace to this very agitation?
Okay, thank you so much. If you are telling me that Ekpa is coming for dialogue with Tinubu, I will agree. Do you know why? Because we are coming here, Finlandia soldiers, Finlandia police, United Nations sponsored army, yeah, they are coming, and snipers are coming with him. The roughest, the toughest, the most crooked country in the world, where Igbos are subjugated to all manners of slavery, is Nigeria, Nigeria. I don't take them for their word. I don't listen to their promises of the so-called presidents, both past and present. Only Yaradua. Namdi Azikiwe self. I'm just trying to force myself. I did not even trust Jonathan. Jonathan tripped. He tripped out. He leaked. He deviated from doing the needful, and today we are suffering it. I don't trust anything to do with Nigeria. I don't trust anything having to do with dialoguing with Ekpa or Nnamdi Kanu with this kind of contract called a country. I don't. Born and brought up here. I've seen here 80s, 90s. Even if I prod my brain so hard, I could remember all that transpired in 1970s in Nigeria. So you don't tell me anything about Nigerian government that I will believe you. Someone Ekpa dares come here, I repeat it again, is coming with army of soldiers, Finland army, police, secret service agents, and they're going to stay here for weeks. They're going to stay here for weeks and master this topography before they could allow their citizens, Simon Ekpa, to visit Nigeria.
So you mean that even the requirement that Nigeria government claim to the defense minister that they've submitted the necessary requirement to the Finnish government and Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria? Do you want to tell me that we should report that news? Do you want to tell me that they don't have that capacity to bring Simon Ekpa to Nigeria?
If anybody is telling you that, such a person is a propagandist. And a propagandum that Simon Ekpa is visiting Nigeria in no, longer time than now is a propagation of highly misguided lies. It cannot come. And if it does come, I'm telling you that United Nations soldier will be involved. The United Nations have their military forces. NATO has theirs. United Nations have their armed forces. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which headquarters is in Canada, they have their forces. They are going to give it to Simon Ekpa because right now, Nigeria has not been able to meet up with ICC International Criminal Court invitation.
All right.
Evidences to prove that the young man perpetrated terrorist activities in the southeastern Nigeria. So what I'm trying to say is if he's coming, he will be well equipped, he will be well protected. But then again, never you ever believe I trust Nigerian government. I don't trust Tinubu. I don't trust federal government of Nigeria. I don't trust Wike. I don't trust Akpabio. I don't trust political leadership of Nigeria. If Ekpa comes, Finland will come too. I'm telling you.
All right, so, Mr. Rav, let's digress a bit to what the Northerners are saying concerning tax reform. Now, let me mention this very man, Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State, that is not going to retreat his words, that the North will turn their back against Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027, that they are not going to vote or they are not going to support him in 2027. Mr. Rav, have it in mind that the North gave Bola Ahmed Tinubu 61% of their vote in 2023. Do you think is a thing that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have a sleepless night about?
Did not give Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm just trying to be meticulous. I want to be honest. I want modesty to at least reign in everything I do. The election that not give Tinubu is not up to 61. Is it 61 when Obi won 68% at FCT? Taraba voted Obi. Kaduna voted Obi. So let us stop propagating false, highly misguided news to the outside world. They did not. Let me go into the question. They did not vote Tinubu. The question is asked about Bala. Bala is a parasite. The current governor of Bauchi State, I repeat it, is a parasite. All the north that the northern region has been doing over the years from 1960s is to what? Depend on the southern resources that is coming from southern Nigeria. That's why they don't see anything good on decentralization, which is regionalism. Tax reform is another decentralization, regionalism. And the whole northern governors are turning their back on that because they are parasites. They are sucking our blood over the years. It's some of the worthless eggs, political eggs, worthless eggs, bad eggs as politicians we have in the south. They turn their back on that kind of, irregularity, or you call it vices, because they make the money for themselves, they make the money for their families, sending their children to the best schools in in Europe. That's why they don't see it coming. They don't see it, but they see it. They are pretending. Now go and steal your own, carry the money, go. That is southern politicians for you. The Hausas, the people from Sahel are the Hausas. They have nothing to do with the coastal line of Biafra or coastal line of Odua Republic. But they are from the Sahel country, desert. They don't have anything. Yes, the weather there is hot. It scorches. It scorches. Yes, it doesn't bring relief to them. My weather here in the southern Nigeria brings relief to me. The tropical air condition of West Africa is harmattan, and the rainy season, when it comes, everybody will behave as if we have snow coming down. What about the weather over there? It blinds. It brings river blindness. The weather over there is square wind.
All right,
Devil.
all right.
See, we don't have anything in similarity with the northern region. They are people from the Sahel, Africa, desert. See, it is the Igbo politicians, Yoruba politicians that are bringing us together. A together that is not together, a divided together. A unity that is disunited, disunifying unity. We have never, ever, in any year, in any time, in any week, in any month, run a unified country called Nigeria, or political system. What we run here is a divided Fulani divisive politics, political system. If you are not a Muslim, you can't live together in any contraption with Fulani man because you are not a Muslim. This extremist, religious extremist called Fulani has succeeded on destroying some political personalities in Nigeria, political regions, people that are bent on nyemu, apele long truth. We are the same with Fulani. Follow, yeah, rolling.
All right, all right.
Follow, yeah, rolling. That's why they keep on following Fulani.
All right, Mr. Rab, it is reported also that Mazis Nabikano and Sonny Igboho committed similar offenses. And today, Sonny Igboho is at home enjoying organizing parties, while the likes of Mazi Nabikano is still in DSS custody. Let me have your reaction on that.
Igbophobia. Igbo na ekwano. Igbophobia. Igbo na ekwano. Igbophobia. This is what I always liken my Igbo brothers to resound, or answer back anytime we are in a gathering in Lagos, in Abuja, anywhere, at the National Stadium, in the public square, village square, in Igbo land, in Yoruba land, everywhere, all over Nigeria, all over Africa, all over Europe. Igbo kwano, Igbophobia. Igbophobia is a sickness that has gripped the families over the years, many years ago. When they see Igbo man, their mind cuts. Igbophobia is the kind of sickness that grip other tribes in Nigeria, especially in the south. When they see Igbo man, they start checking, fidgeting. Because of what? What we have here. Igbophobia. Igbokwanu. Igbophobia. Igbophobia is it. That's why Igboho was free. Now the Kanu is there. Igbophobia. This is a government that started yesterday with what? Igbophobic sickness and fever. It grabbed this administration and they hate Igbos. That's why Nnamdi Kanu is still there. Igboho is gone. Cooling off with his wife Germany while Nnamdi Kanu is languishing in jail. Igbokwanu, Igbophobia. Igbophobia is it. Hate against Igbo. Yes, serious sickness. It's gripping them now. It's gripped them in the past. 1965, 66, 67, 68, 69. The most blood-soaked African civil war ever fought in history. Biafra, Nigerian civil war. For 6 months. Igbophobia gripped even the British. The British Prime Minister then could not have his way. Because why? Ojukwu, the son of the first African billionaire, was in charge of Biafra. Biafra emancipation stopped. What is the name of that man? There was a time I know his name. The man that was British Prime Minister from 1967 and so on and so forth. Oga, I actually know that Winston Churchill benefited from Ojukwu's father during the war of Second World War. Winston Churchill was British Prime Minister then. Do you know what? Ojukwu's father helped him, supplying him with what? Many heavy military trucks. Free. And today, the same country, the British, suppressed the Igbo man, subjugated Biafran to absolute kwachoko. Many Biafran children were kwachoko as a result of British ruthless politics, British government ruthless policy to bring Igbo man down. Igbophobia, Igbokwanu, Igbophobia. This is your question. You should have known it that you, as an Igbo man, I don't know where you come from. I, as an Igbo man, I know that I'm hated here. That's why I speak with all what? Sincerity. My discrepancy, I don't deny what I know. I always showcase, present, display what I know too well. Oga, Igbophobia is the reason why Igbo man is not having seaport while we are having from Bight of Guinea, Bight of Biafra to Bight of Bonny here. We have international water. Biafran coastal line is wasted. We have deep sea that is supposed not even dredged. You don't dredge it. It is deeper than a papa. No seaport. Igbophobia. Igbokwanu, Igbophobia. You know the question. Igbokwanu, Igbophobia. That's why international airports in the southeastern Nigeria have not been operational for how many years now? Igbokwanu, Igbophobia. Igbo politicians have been wasting their time over their years, aligning with their Nigerian counterpart to suck us dry, embezzling our taxpayers' money, embezzling money realized from our natural endowment in the southeastern Nigeria, deny us all manners of infrastructural, social amenities. Igbophobia, Igbo. See, let me tell you, all these questions you are asking me, putting across to me, has been answered. These are rhetorical questions that don't need answer. Igbophobia, Igbokwanu.
All right, Mr. Raf, it's a very fine place to live in. Thanks for speaking in our platform to them. All right, so let me have your reaction concerning what we just discussed. All right, sir, let me have your reaction concerning what they said that Mazi Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria after the Nigeria government have submitted the necessary requirement needed for him to be extradited to Nigeria.
What Nigeria and Finland up to date, I don't know if everything has changed. They don't have that law of extradition. There is no law of extradition between Nigeria and Finland I don't know if they have had an agreement for
Yeah,
that.
all the necessary requirement that Finland government asked Nigerian government to present in order to speed the extradition process have been submitted, and it's reported that it's on its way to Nigeria.
So they will extradite the citizen of Finland to Nigeria. Okay, if it is so, Nnamdi Kanu has said it. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested because the Biafran movement, as we are hearing, is an ideology. I don't think it can easily stop until the problem is solved. You know, they arrested Nnamdi Kanu because they believe that he is so influential, and within Nnamdi Kanu, uh, in custody or in jail, everything about Biafra will grow cold. But Nnamdi Kanu told them that whether they arrest him or not, it will not change anything. What is happening? It didn't change anything. After him, Simon Ekpa came up. And then after Simon Ekpa, another person will come up. It is what the way I see the thing is well organized something that cannot, just quench like that. It may be impossible to even stop Biafra agitation until they have what they want. I will tell my Nigerian leaders that even if you arrest 100 people, 200 will arise to continue to fight for the same cause. I think sensible something will be calling all the agitators, look for a neutral country, and they have a roundtable discussion with them. Diplomatic discussion, gentleman discussion can help than force. If we extradite now, they extradite someone Ekpa to here in Nigeria, it will still not change anything. Recently, the information I had recently is that he organized the election and they elected a person to represent him. After him, many more people will come. They have already organized themselves. The thing is even uh, it's as if it's like a country. It's like a country already. Uh, After one president, another president will come up. That is what is going on. If you arrested Nnamdi Kanu, Simon came up. Immediately Simon dropped or was in custody. Ngozi Orabeze came up, I think. After Ngozi Orabeze, there was a little misunderstanding. They voted another person. I think I'm right. So one after the other, they will be coming. How many people will you extradite to Nigeria? How many people will you arrest? I think
What will be the lasting peace, the lasting solution to this very agitation of Biafra?
first of all, release Nnamdi Kanu is what I think. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Don't always,
They said the governors of the southeast are the one delaying. It's a deliberate delay of telling federal government not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of their own selfish interest. In fact, one particular governor have been ringing bells, Soludo yesterday. So many newspapers carried that. Even the IPOB accused him of is the one behind the delay of Nnamdi Kanu not to be released on time.
yes, they may delay, like as I told you, because they are afraid. The Easterners believe in Nnamdi Kanu. They believe him as a leader who has done their will, what they want. He has done it. More especially, they have seen his sacrificial act. A man who came out and sacrificed himself for what he believed, for freedom of his people. That's what he did. And that particular act made the people to have confidence. He gained the confidence of the people. People believe in him. Remember, Easterners don't believe a leader anyhow. You cannot just come out in the East and say, I'm a king or I'm a leader. They start to believe you. No, you must convince people. Nnamdi Kanu convince people. So since he convinced people, people believe in him more than any other person. I'm telling you, if he comes out today, whatever order that Nnamdi Kanu gives to Easterners, they will obey it. The many Easterners don't out of
Sir, do you want to tell me that Nnamdi Kanu is not the leaders of the leader that will represent the interest of the Southerners? Do you want to tell me that Nnamdi Kanu is the only leader from the East that will give order and everybody will follow? Sir, we have plenty leaders in the but what about the leadership or the leadership of Ohanes and Igbo? Don't you think their own leader can supersede, I mean their own call or direction will supersede the likes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Easterners don't obey order anyhow. That's why you hear people say Igbos don't have king. It doesn't mean that they don't have king. They have king, but a king must prove himself. You must prove that you have the people in mind, and you must prove that you are ready to sacrifice yourself for the people and the work for the will of people. That's Igbo land. So if they call you, if you're Ohanes and Igbo, chief of Ohanes and Igbo, immediately they call you chief. Now you have to prove yourself. If you don't prove yourself, Igbos will never believe you. Even if they vote you as governor, they will start to, look at you. If you don't prove yourself, if you don't work and convince them, nobody will listen to you. Even when they hear alarm, they will just be laughing. Everybody will be occupied, running his business.
Also, sir, it is said that Mazi Simon Ekpa, I mean Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Igboho, son Igboho, that they committed same or if not similar, if not same but similar offences. But son Igboho is at home enjoying with his family, while DSS still hold on to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What do you think will make DSS to still hold on to Nnamdi Kanu?
That act is even the power of agitation. Look at me standing here. Look at me standing here. I'm not among the agitators, but I'm telling you, that is the power of agitation. That is why Igbos kept on telling you that the Nigeria hate them. Because you have said it, Igbo who committed the same, it's not similar, it's the same offense with Nnamdi Kanu. Even if you verify the offense of Igbo, you can even say that his own was even more than Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu was only, you know, uh, voicing out the marginalization act, and voicing out the cheating on Igbo people, the hatred on Igbo people. That's what he has been voicing out. He has never hold gun. He has never hold gun to kill anybody. He have never sent any suicide bomber anywhere. He was only speaking for the whole world to hear his voice. I am tired of this. I am going. That's what he has said. But if you verify Igbo, you will see. You will see that it's not even his own case. And Nnamdi Kanu own may be even better than his own. But he is free. Okay, how come people who committed the same offense, one is free, enjoying himself, and the other one is detained? There will be, politicians will be telling you it is his people that don't want him to be released. It is so. Let me tell you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a courageous. He doesn't look face. Once he will do it. I don't think he depends on Soludo to free Nnamdi Kanu. I don't think that he depends on any governor from East. He's the master of governors. He's their master. Let me tell you, if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu visits Soludo, Soludo will be trembling because his master is in front of him. So if he takes the decision to free Nnamdi Kanu, finish. Nnamdi Kanu is free. Nobody will sue him to court. Why did you free Nnamdi Kanu? Nobody will deny him any favor because he's the master. Nobody will deny him any favor because he free Nnamdi Kanu. So the propaganda of Soludo don't work. This governor don't work. The other man don't work. No, if you verify the case of Igbohu, there are many Yorubans who didn't want a federal government to release Igbohu. Many. Most of Yoruba who don't want to hear about the issue of splitting Nigeria. Some Muslims say that they will not, Yoruba Muslims say that they will not be alive and hear that Nigeria is splitted because you want to separate them from their Fulani brothers with whom they are sharing the same religion. So many of them were against. Federal government did not look. It not depend on those people who were against. He released Igbohu. What story are people telling about Nnamdi Kanu? If the federal government decide to release him, he will be released. Nobody will query Mr. President. No Igbo governor. All Igbo governor are seeking for his favor to renew their tenure. He's not seeking for their favor to renew his own tenure as long as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is concerned. He doesn't seek their favor to renew his tenure. But all of them will, seek for his favor to maintain their position as governor. So everything depends on Mr. President. If he has decided to release Nnamdi Kanu, he will release him. So, and release him will be good. Round the table will be best. As of me, this is my opinion. Round the table with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa in a neutral country.
Not in Nigeria. So the extradition of chiefs to this side, sir. The extradition of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, that is the main topic here today. That Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria after the Nigeria government has presented the necessary document, the necessary requirement which the Finnish government asks of. Now, it's likely that Nigeria government are the one that will laugh last. Now, you said, I interviewed some people, they said, yes, well, it's a nice idea. That is if that will lead to lasting peace in the southeast. That Bola Ahmed Tinubu should bring two of them, both Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. Two of them should be in a roundtable discussion with Mr. President. And Mr. President should ask them what they really want. And Mr. President should also tell them what they really want that will bring the lasting solution and the lasting peace in the southeast. Do you think it would be a nice idea for the likes of Simon Ekpa to be extradited to Nigeria to have a roundtable discussion with Mr. President?
Like I answered some people, because of suffering and pain in Nigeria, because of hunger that is torturing Nigeria, I didn't believe in President Bola Tinubu before. But now there is certain things that he's doing. He has started even to gain my own confidence. Because why? He has started to convince me because of this tax reform bill that he brought out, and he wants it to happen in any part of the country. If I will use the word equalize, he wants to equalize Nigeria. He doesn't want Nigeria that will be Nigeria of Fulani or Nigeria of Hausa, Nigeria of Yoruba or Igbo. That's what I think for now. So by so doing, we can believe that maybe he may have good idea to organize round table. Round table, that one is the best. But I don't support what is going on in Nigeria. Bring back Simon Ekpa. Everybody, Biafrans are agitating, Nigerians are agitating, Biafrans are agitating for their freedom, for their own republic. Nigerians are agitating for bring back Simon Ekpa. Let us devour him. Bring him back. Let us treat him. Let us punish him. Let us. No, it's not solution. Don't act like a lion who always want to devour. Lion will devour whether with justice or injustice. What lion wants is to devour all the weak animals, and that one cannot work for human beings. Being agitated, you want to devour Simon Ekpa, but you don't want to treat the issue that is causing agitation. So if Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have decided to treat the issue that is causing agitation, it's a very good idea, in a peaceful way, in a diplomatical way, a very good idea. But let it be out of Nigeria. Because if I'm a dictator parent, if I'm a dictator parent now, and then I call my children, my son or my daughter that is crying, I call her, and then I place my daughter somewhere. I say, sit down here, sit down, and tell me what is wrong with the cane in my hand. That your daughter will become weaker. She will not
All right, sir.
not say anything good.
All right, sir. It's a nice place to live in, sir.
It will be something. If they want the round table, let it be in a neutral country. Then they will talk man to man.
All right, sir. It's a very fine place to live in. Thank you for speaking in the platform today. All right, sir. I will send to you, sir. All right, let me have Mr. Okpara. Mr. Okpara, please, can you just come in? Mr. Okpara is here right now. Mr. Okpara, it is reported that Mazi Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria. After Nigeria government have presented the necessary requirement which the Finnish government require from Nigeria. What is your reaction, Mr. Okpara?
I am Mr. Prateri Okokondem. I thank God Almighty for life He gives to every one of us. I thank God Almighty for His goodness and mercy upon mankind. May name be glorified in Jesus' name. Amen. Congratulations to Nigeria.
Why do you say congratulations to Nigeria, Mr. Okpara? Okoko name.
Because some requests already in their hand. They have tried. They have put out the giant of Africa. Lies upon lie upon lie upon lie upon lie upon lie. Lies. Propaganda carriers. Who told them that Simon Ekpa will hand it over to them? If the photo came from prophecy, will they agree?
Mr. Lawrence, the same thing we are still arguing that Simon Ekpa cannot be arrested in Finland. But Nigeria government asked this, the Finnish police authority to arrest Simon Ekpa, and they obey, arrested him. They also asked the Finnish to put in one of the toughest prison in Finland, and they did. Now, the Finnish also asked Nigerians what to present before they were able to hand over Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, and Nigeria presented those documents. Now, as reported, Simon Ekpa is on his way to Nigeria to face the charges. What is your reaction once again, Mr. Okpara?
I want to thank you very well because you are doing your journalism job, and we analyze it. We will tell you the truth. Finland cannot insult themselves because of Nigeria. What do they have in Nigeria? So for them to be obeying Nigeria, a sovereign nation of her own, Nigeria will command her. They will obey. Do they think that Finland is Kenya?
Okay, fine. Mr. Okpara, who asked the Finnish government to arrest Simon Ekpa? Is it not Nigeria?
Now, Finnish government do not arrest Simon Ekpa. They will only secure the life of Simon Ekpa because they have some the threats on the life of Simon Ekpa, their citizen. How can another nation command you to arrest your citizen? You arrest your citizen. This is a very big drama. Eh? And extradite him. And if you watch, Nigerian nation is the best comedian lying nation. They know how to play comedy lying. Okay, look at it. The same Nigeria that Nigeria asked Finnish government to arrest someone. Okay, let us agree that Finnish government arrest someone. Now Finnish government is calling Nigeria. Come, the person you said we should arrest, we have arrested him. Come and let us look into his case. Bring your evidence. Bring your documents, which you said Nigeria said they have submitted it. And now Finland is calling you. Come and defend what you submit. Come and explain what you submit. You wrote it in English language. We are not English speaking country. Come and explain it. Come and interpret it for us. According to Igbo language, we call it interpreter. Interpia. Come and tapia it for us. And Nigeria wasn't able to go. Finland government have called them, they were not able to go. ICC have called them, they were not able. So in the case, International Criminal Court intervene, Nigeria come, they are not able to go. And you want someone to be reported to you. Someone, the crime you are accusing someone committed, someone did not commit that crime in Nigeria. You will be judged on the crime you committed, on the place you committed the crime. Now we saw, okay, finish. Come, arrest him. Please, we have arrested him. Come now, and they prove to you. Come, let us sit together in the law, court law in Finland to judge someone. If he's guilty, we will jail him in the Finland where he committed the crime. You are saying, and Nigeria wasn't able to go. And Christopher Musa, the chief defense of Nigeria Army headquarters, telling people that some people will soon be back home. And it was part of them that wrote the letter, go and defend it. She wasn't able to go. Okay, if she cannot be able to go because he's a military man, I will advise Nigeria government to retire him, let him be civilian and go there and defend it. Because Finland government is a civil government, not a military government. Not military government. And Christopher Musa going as a military man, is he going to use martial law or civil law? Therefore, he had to retire, remove Agbada, and to wear Babariga, and to go there and to let them to school. Eh? You look at the Finland government to carry citizens to give to you, to judge his citizen. Eh? Okay, look at it. All the whole document to present against someone as a terrorist, they have removed it and say no more, it's not more terrorist. Then why we should do report to you? Because of they say it's a cyber instigation. Cyber instigation is Nigeria not instigating cyber instigation? Eh? Is Nigeria not instigating somebody? Cyber instigation. Look at Amaka in Canada. When they arrest him, when they arrest her, say instigating cyber instigation. They took him. Canadian government took him. She tabled her case, tabled every document, tabled every evidence. Did they hold him? They say you are free. You are defending yourself. You are defending yourself. After all, the people that accuse you are the people who started the first. You defend yourself. Therefore, there's no crime. Even if the terrorists they are accusing someone, if they go there, if they do not withdraw and go there, you say that someone is free. Because someone, the terrorist is terrorizing, is acting on self-defense to defend the people of Biafra. Because Nigeria is attacker. Nigeria is the vendor. Nigeria is the one causing terrorists. Okay, look at it. Since someone is no more in public scene, do terrorists stop in Southeast? Are they not killing? Now, who are using Tornado fighter jet? Is it someone and his men? Who is dropping bomb with air raid with a fighter? Is it someone and his people? Now, who is the terrorist in Biafra land? He says someone will be back home. Okay, if someone will be back home, Nigerian government starting from the day of Buhari will be handed over to ICC. If you want someone to be back home, then first of all go and answer ICC. Then someone will be back to Nigeria. They give you someone. And look, as people you expected to say the truth. It baffles me when they're the one telling lie. Okay, if as Nigeria continue telling lie and propaganda that has no any atom of truth, how do you think the future generation of Nigeria will be? Because now everything is father lie, mother lie, son lie, daughter lie. It will be like father like son, like mother like daughter. Which Nigeria will continue to crumble, swallowing in the foundation of lie, living in the air of lie, living the food of lie, eating the water of lie, practicing the politics of lie, governing the governance of lie. Let them tell the people truth. Whosoever say that someone will soon be in Nigeria, let that person speak mouth and tell the truth. This is what the same Christopher Musa and others. As someone now is arrested, Obi Kubanu them, Ojus Soludo them, Imo State Governor. So also Dimbwa. As all of them are saying, as someone is arrested now, there will be peace in Biafra land. Since at home have come to an end. The Easterners, the Igbos are tired of sitting at home. Now they're jubilating. What happened within these few Mondays that someone is not in public scene? Do you stop sitting at home? Now sitting at home is very tough, very strong. That they themselves are fearing. To show that the people have chosen to take their destiny into their hand. And you have proved to whosoever talking any evil against someone, you can prove them wrong. You can prove them wrong.